All right, good to have you back. Today we're taking a look at a great standard that has been played by thousands of jazz guitar players as a solo or a chord melody. So what we want to do is get to the chord melody part, but we don't want to do that until we've done an analysis of the melody and the harmony. There's a lot to unpack here, so we're going to probably do this in 2 sessions. All right, so let's dig right in. We start with a D flat 7 with a raised 9. And then that just moves chromatically down to a C 7 with a raised 9. And that repeats. Right, so that's just a groovy little introduction, and that C7 with the raised 9 being the 5 chord of the F minor sets up the F minor chord. Okay, there's a melody which we'll get into later. That happens over those chords. You know, it's a sort of a hip sounding little sequence. All right, and now, so now we've set up the F minor chord. Normally, you sort of look at an F minor chord and you go, well, it must be a 2 chord, 2-5-1. No, but it's not. The 5-1 is here with the A flat major, but this is actually, and here's the 2, the B flat minor, 2, 5, 1 in A flat, and this is the 6, 2, 5, 1, and then that actually goes to a 4, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. We've got 5 measures that are in the key of A flat. 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. Now this G7 that happens sets up the C major. So it's the 5 chord of C major. So far we've got 2 keys. The first key is A flat, 5 measures in A flat, and then we have 3 measures in the key of C major. All right. Now we go to the parallel minor. That means the same tonic from C major to C minor, and same deal happens again. We have a 6, a 2, a 5, a 1, and even as far as a 4. See how cool that is when you can start to recognize these things? It makes it so much easier to memorize chord progressions. So now we have a 6, 2, 5, 1, 4 progression in the key of E flat. All right, 6, 2, 5, 1, and 4. Wow, that just impressed me because all I was doing was playing the chords, but when you play the chords, the melody just pops out. So there we have the 6, 2, 5, 1, and 4 in E flat. So far 3 keys: A flat, C major, and E flat. This is the 4 chord of E flat. And then we have another, 2, 5, 1 to G. Like here we just had the 5 to C, but here we have a 2, 5, 1 to G. This minor 7 flat 5 chord is borrowed from the parallel minor key of G minor. It's a good way to look at it, especially important when you're soloing. So A minor 7 flat 5, D7, and G major 7 is our 4th key. So 1 key, 2 keys, 3 keys, and 4 keys. And then secondary dominant, the E7 with the raised 9, that sets up the 2 chord. All right, E7 with a raised 9, setting up the 2 chord, 5 chord, and the 1 chord chord in the key of G. So we hang around in the key of G for 7 measures, right? If you don't consider that a minor 7 flat 5, yeah, let's call it 7 measures in the key of G. And then we have another two chord that's borrowed from the parallel minor, namely the parallel minor of E. In this case, E minor, but we lead to E major, and it just makes things sound a little richer when you use parallel minor substitutions. So here we have F sharp minor 7 flat 5, B7 the 5 chord, and E major 7, B7, and then a C augmented, leading us back to the F minor like the beginning, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, and then it continues the cycle, and you'd expect it to go somewhere else, and I'm not going to lead there because it'll be confusing. So that's a G flat 7 13, and then it begins this sort of well, it could be a chromatic movement all the way down. So exactly what's written here is the 3 chord of A flat, diminished, which I like to play as a 7 flat 9 with the B in the bass. 2, 5, and 1. And then we do a little turnaround. They suggest a minor 7 flat 5, flat 9, and then we go back to the beginning. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap of that. 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1 in a new key of C major. 6, 2, 5, 1 in E flat, and then going to as far as the 4, and then 2, 5, 1 in G. Secondary dominant E7 leading to the A minor, the 2 chord of G, 2, 5, 1, G, G, and then 2, let's just call this an altered 2 in this case because we're in a major key, borrowed from minor, parallel minor, 2, 5, 1 in E major. And then C7 sharp 5 is a secondary dominant, setting up the F minor, and we're back to that same progression again that we had at the beginning. 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, and then the G flat 7 13 just sort of continues that movement in the bass. Right, and then we have a 3 chord down from the 3 chord, basically. 2, 5, and then the 1 chord, and the key signature, as you can see, is in 4 flats, being a key of A flat. That's where we are, right? Started in A flat, sort of in a roundabout way on the 6 chord, 6, 2, 5. There's the A flat, and then we end on an A flat. So as you can see, in terms of improvising over this tune, it's a good one, man. I mean, that's why so many people have tried to wrap their head around this. It moves around a little bit, but still the melody is beautiful. It's simple, and the chord progression is clever as anything. These chords set up a sequential melody. And then the parallel minor you can hear that we've clearly got a melody that's very much focused on fourths, like the guitar is tuned, right? There's augmented fourth, and then same thing again, fourths. Yeah, and so on. Okay, so very sequential melody, and I think that's probably a good place to start. If you want to wrap your head around this tune, wrap your fingers around this tune, just play the chords in several different positions. You probably have a pretty good idea how the melody goes already, I would hope. And that'll sort of prepare you for the chord melody section, which we'll do in a different video. So make sure that you can get through a tune like this. You should have the real book, and this is just out of my own real book, and you should have the tune in front of you when you're practicing this, and work your way through, gently work your way through the chords. Be able to comp through the chords, as if you're playing for a different, for another instrumentalist, right? Get to that point, right? That melody underneath there, can you? Anyway, you get the idea. All right. So that's it for today, and I hope you like these tunes. They should be in the canon of every guitar player's repertoire. And work your way through this chord progression on your own. Number it yourself, and be able to define it. Because when you're soloing over a tune like this, you've got to know the keys you're in, right? And this moves around pretty rapidly. I mean, when you're going from 4 flats to no flats in the first 8 measures, that's you've got some thinking to do, right? Okay, cool. If this is a help to you, subscribe, and if it is something you like, comment. Please comment. Say something. Ask us to go in a direction, or if this helps you, let us know. Because as I've said before, I'm only looking at a camera, and so I'm used to looking at people and teaching humans, right? And I would like to have the feeling that that's what I'm doing right now, is teaching humans out there that are into playing guitar and learning great old standards. Okay, and stick around for the chord melody section. Definitely, I'm going to now do the chord melody, but I'll do that in a separate video. And so you've got some prep work to do before that time. Thanks for stopping in, and see you real soon.